I know it's been about 5 months since I've done an update, and I just wanted to let y'all know what's going on because I've had a lot of health problems and health issues. It's just been one big roller coaster. And so I wanted to be open and honest with you guys. And so if you're squeamish to any kind of talk about cuts or anything like that, then I'll let you know when that part is coming up and you can kind of fast forward if you want to. But so about the beginning of October, I started having a lot of swelling in my ankles and legs, and it just came on all of a sudden. We didn't know why, so I started going to the doctor, and they did a lot of tests, and everything came back fine. And they did, ultrasound of my legs to make sure I didn't have a blood clot, and all kinds of blood tests and everything like that. And like I said, everything came back fine. So they said, my doctor just said, do a low carb diet and do keto and see if you can lose some weight. Maybe that'll help. And so I did, and I did lose some weight, and it did help. And so that lasted maybe about a couple of weeks, and everything was good. And I went to vacation at Universal Studios, and I was going to do a video on it, and all this other stuff started happening, so I didn't get to do it. Then at the beginning of November, I noticed that I had a bump on my chest, in the middle of my chest, and I went and had the doctor look at it, and it was in my chest. It wasn't on top of my chest, like a boil or anything like that. It was in my chest, and so I ended up having to get it lanced, and this is probably where you want to fast forward if you're squeamish. But they lanced it. It had to drain. I had to repack it every day, which was very painful. It was about 5 inches deep. And so I did that all through Thanksgiving and Christmas, and finally it started healing up, and I just had to keep a bandage on it after the Christmas time, and it finally closed back up it finally closed back up at the beginning of January. So I was thinking, okay, everything is good. I'll give it a couple of weeks to make sure, like I said, everything was okay. And right about the time I decided, hey, everything's good, let's start shooting videos again, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning on January 25th and had a lot of chest pain. I felt like I could barely breathe. I also felt like I was nauseous and also going to pass out all at the same time. It was not a good feeling. So I went to the ER, and they decided to keep me overnight just to check everything, make sure everything with my heart and all the cardiac, stuff was all right. And all the tests came back fine, and so they figured I was having a gastrointestinal problem, a GI issue, and diagnosed me with chronic GERD. I've never had chronic GERD before. I've had issues, off and on with heartburn, but never chronic GERD, just, sudden onset. And so I've been having to take medicine, and let me tell you what, chronic GERD is not fun at all. It limited so much of my food. I had to eat basically low fat, skinless, boneless meats, very, very no flavor whatsoever in any of my foods. I couldn't have caffeine, carbonated drinks, coffee, chocolate, sweet tea. I'm Southern. Hello, sweet tea is like life. And, I have to eat lean meats, which is chicken, turkey, seafood. I don't usually like seafood a lot. I usually have to be in a mood with it, but I am getting to where I like it more and more. But I couldn't have Italian, no heavy creams or pastas, nothing like that. And if anybody knows me, knows that I love breads and pastas. That's like my big weakness, along with chocolate and coffee. And so it's been really difficult. I have lost about 21 pounds, so that's good, I guess. And it's been really, really difficult. Also around the same time as my chronic GERD onset, I got home from the hospital that next day after they kept me overnight, and I went and laid down on our bed and took a nap, and I got up and my left thigh, the top and side of it were numb. And I was like, okay, maybe I just slept on it wrong. Maybe I just pinched something. Well, then the next day after that, it was still numb, and I started having pain all down into the back, like my buttocks area and the side of my hip, all the way down into my leg and knee and ankle. And so I went and had that checked. They did an x-ray, and she said, you've got a little bit of curvature at the end. She said, but I'm going to give you, we're just going to start off and I'm going to give you some exercises. You know, you probably do have a herniated, maybe, or bulging discs, but we're going to see if these exercises and stretches can help you out. And gave me also gave me some muscle relaxers and some steroids to take. So I did all that, and it would get better, and then it would just go back. Like, it would feel good throughout the day, but then by the time the afternoon came, it was just hurting again. And it's just been really rough. Along with this and along with the chronic GERD, it's just, I've been sitting in a recliner, and that's where I sleep. In the living room. It's not been fun. I'm just gonna tell you that. I know I've said it multiple times, but it really is not fun. They did an MRI last week finally, and they did an MRI of the 3 lower discs in my back. Each disc had fluid around them, and my doctor said that was really unusual and odd considering how young I am. And on the 3rd disc, I had what looked like a fracture. And she's asking me if I had, like, in the past couple of years had any recent falls or, injuries, car crashes, anything like that. I could not think of anything. And then my sister realized that I did fall whenever we first went to the Renaissance Fair near us. I did fall the first time we went, and it was a pretty bad fall, and we ended up having to leave early because I was hurting. So I'm wondering if that's what happened at that point in time, but I'm still not sure about the fluid. Where she has ordered me a CT scan, which I'm not sure when it's going to be. They're supposed to call me any day now to set that up. Because on the fracture, it also looks like there's a lip or bulge coming off of it too. And she said it doesn't look like a tumor, but she's not sure what it is. So we're going to get that checked out. And we're going to get some shots into my lower back for the fluid, and hopefully that will clear up. Because right now I can still walk, but I can't walk for very long. Like, I think I can go and check the mail, and I can do a couple of things around the house, but if it's more than maybe 30 minutes or so, I start getting a lot of pain. So I'm just very limited on how much I can move. I'm not bending over to do hardly anything because it's just, I can feel a big pull in the middle of my back. And so, yeah, it's been really scary and just kind of freaky, like, because I've never had this many health issues all at the same time. Like, it's always just been, okay, I have this problem going on, and then like a year or so later I'll be like, oh, I'm sick, let's go to the doctor and get some medicine for that. It's never been back to back like this, like for 5 months, like solid. I've had something happen almost every single month, and it's really tiring too. And so if y'all would just please send your thoughts, prayers, positive vibes, please. I'm not sure what's going on. I know that I am strong though, and I can get through it. And I know that whatever the doctors say is not going to be the final decision, because God is the only one who has the final decision. And I know that He is going to get me through this, and I'm going to be good. So I miss all of you guys. Thank you so much for still staying subscribed to my channel. I appreciate that so much. And thank you so much to everyone who is a new subscriber, and welcome. I hope that I can get some more videos out to y'all guys soon. So please, if y'all have any, suggestions for more videos that are coming up, or if y'all have any suggestions on maybe what's going on with me. Like, we're all kind of at a loss on why all of this is happening all at once. So just please put that down in the comments below and let me know maybe something I should have checked that I haven't thought about. So I miss all of you guys. I love you so much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.